on this edition of Somerville Neighborhood News. Go to a band concert for seniors, attend a Women's History Month event, learn why kids at the Winter Hill Community School were eating a lot of peppers the other day, hear about a program for small businesses in Union Square, and find out if Tufts students think that their university should offer financial aid to undocumented youth who make the grade. These stories and more on Somerville Neighborhood News.
Hello and welcome to Somerville Neighborhood News. Today is April 7th. I'm Laura Onyenaho. Somerville Neighborhood News is your bi-monthly newscast and online source for multimedia news. It's a community service production of SCATV, created by staff, interns, and your neighbors. We bring you the news every 2 weeks on Channel 3 and on our website, somervilleneighborhoodnews.org. We begin at the Winter Hill Community School. Last year, the Somerville Public School System was chosen as one of 67 school systems or organizations to get a Carol M. White Physical Education Program grant. Its goal is to improve physical activity and nutrition education opportunities for students. The grant was for almost $1.4 million. One of the many activities involves trying to get school children to eat more healthy snacks and meals. Here's a story on one effort from our special youth correspondent.
Everyone knows that April 1st is April Fool's Day, but at the Winter Hill Community School, it was also April Food Day.
We are promoting National Nutrition Month, which was in March. The motto was to bite into a healthy lifestyle. Somerville's mission is to create a culture of healthy lifestyles by increasing physical activity and healthy eating, nutrition education in the district. So it's a collaboration between the schools, the city, and some of our community partners like the YMCA, Mystic Learning, and Boys and Girls Club.
Caitlin asked kids to try out a new snack.
So they are trying 3 different peppers, red, yellow, and green, and there's a veggie dip made from a base of Greek yogurt and some fresh vegetables. So they're trying it, they're voting. If they like it, they would try it again. And tell us if you like it, thumbs up, or if you don't really like it, okay? Got it? All right. What do you think? Thumbs up? Awesome.
Just scoop up that dip at the bottom, take a bite, and then tell us what you think. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs up? How about you, my friend?
I knew you would like it.
Thumbs down.
You don't
okay.
like the dip?
The school superintendent tried the peppers too. So did the mayor.
I really like it, because it tastes fresh. They got kind of crunchy.
And do you like this sauce?
I do. It's got a lot of flavor. You know what? Kind of makes me feel good. Gives me a lot of energy. Really good. I will eat it again.
I asked some kids what they thought. I like the red one. It's pretty good. They're really good. It tastes good.
You like it?
What color pepper do you like the best?
Orange?
Okay.
It is so good, so yummy. You should eat it every day.
How's it going to help your body?
Make you strong and make you healthy.
The mayor also congratulated the kitchen staff for getting an award.
I want to congratulate all of you in the department and the schools. I'm not surprised by the award because Somerville Schools and the food services department has been a national and international model. Remember the retraining we did? You come in here, you have the effervescence of fresh fruits and vegetables, all the color. It just looks so tantalizing and so inviting for kids. And for our kids in the city, in any city, this is where they get their meals, their breakfast and their lunch. And if they have a healthy option here and they take advantage of that, they're going to grow healthier, they're going to perform better in school, we're going to build a happier, healthier, more productive community. That's why the USDA, the federal government, First Lady Michelle Obama, paid attention to what we've done here. and created Let's Move based on the Shape Up Somerville model. I want to congratulate you because you really helped make Somerville stand out in the United States and to countries around the world who come to us all the time to understand how we've done it. So thank you very much for what you've done here, and congratulations, well deserved to the entire team. Good job.
As you can see, vegetables are healthy. For Somerville Neighborhood News, my name is Amalia.
Now, a story from right here in Union Square. Earlier this spring, the master developer for the square, Union Square Station Associates, or US2, announced a new program. Justin Schreier begins his story at two businesses.
One is an athletic club. The other sells unique supplies. They're both in Union Square. But what do these two local businesses have in common? Both were chosen for a new business assistance program led by the city and US2. The program will help businesses by providing resources to help them grow and thrive. They get $1,000 and advice from a marketing consultant.
We really are a local community business. I live right around the corner here in Union Square, and we serve the neighborhood. The people who come here are other neighborhood residents and people who work in the neighborhood. Union Square Station Associates is helping to fund this city program, and I think that's a strong first step in showing a commitment to local businesses. And I support the revitalization of Union Square. I invested here buying this building and invested in the square because I wanted to grow with Union Square as it grows. This parcel, the land, and my business could be seized by the Somerville Redevelopment Authority and given to Union Square Station Associates. There's a natural tension between my desire to continue to improve my building and my business in the community with the desires of the city and the master developer to both maximize the developer's profit and to deliver the city's vision.
Loyal Supply Company hopes to use that money to make changes to the outside of their building.
So we've been working with a couple of local artists to talk about ways that we can make the front of our store a little bit more enjoyable for the community. So, something more than just a traditional sign. Maybe it's a mural or working with some kind of, planting out there if there are some plants out front or some benches that people can enjoy. So figuring out a way to make it a more enjoyable space rather than just a storefront. One of the ideas that we came up with was putting a green installation on the outside of our building. So, right now we have a planter and a bench out there, but is there something that could we work with another, with a florist or another company to put something else out there that would make the space prettier, the city look better, basically.
US2 and city officials hope that this program will help local businesses thrive and survive in Union Square. But as the redevelopment process moves forward, will helping 4 businesses, or even 8, be enough as construction begins and real estate prices soar? We'll stay on top of this story. For Somerville Neighborhood News, I'm Justin Schreier.
4 businesses were chosen in the first round of this program. US2 says that it will likely open up the competition again and select a few more firms. Now, a correction. Somerville Neighborhood News has been covering the Union Square redevelopment issue in almost every newscast. In some of them, we have neglected to say that Somerville Community Access Television, which runs Somerville Neighborhood News, is a member of the community coalition called Union United. While Somerville Neighborhood News has complete editorial independence, it was an error not to mention that our parent organization is part of that group. We apologize. Up next, another health tip from Dr. Ira Michelson, host of Taking Back Your Health, right here on SCATV on Thursdays at 7 p.m. or on our website.
Hello, for the Health Minute, I'm Dr. Ira Michelson. I want to talk to you about a sweet subject tonight, namely sugar. What is it? How much should we have? Is it good for us? Is it possibly bad for us? So sugar is a naturally occurring substance which we're all familiar with. You go into the coffee shop and there it is, the white crystalline sugar. It comes from the sugar cane. It also comes from the beet root. And we can also get other types of sugar such as from the date or from the honeybee. Too much sugar is unhealthy and can give us a tendency toward diabetes, so we want to avoid that. There are artificial types of sugar, such as aspartame and asulfame, NutraSweet, Sweet and Low, and Splenda, which can give us side effects such as gas, bloating, and diarrhea, so we want to stay away from those as well. There's even some suggestion that they may give us the symptoms of fibromyalgia and attention deficit disorder. As a matter of fact, we've just discussed this on a recent show, Taking Back Your Health, which airs every week right here on SCATV. So I think the bottom line is here, we want some sugar. We don't want to have too much. It should be the natural kind. We should avoid the artificial sweeteners and the symptoms that go with them. For the Health Minute, I'm Dr. Ira Michelson.
Now, let's go up to Tufts. In the past, we've had stories on some of the challenges that undocumented high school students face here in Somerville. What happens when they and other undocumented youth want to go to college? Even though undocumented students are legally able to attend university here, they are not eligible for most state and federal financial aid. Most private universities don't give them grants. But this is starting to change. Last fall, NYU joined the growing list of colleges and universities that want to help undocumented students with grants and loans. The student group Tufts United for Immigrant Justice thinks Tufts should follow NYU's lead. What do students and others on campus think? Reporter Hadley Green, a Tufts student, went to find out.
Given the fact that Tufts strives to have an inclusive or diverse student body, and given the fact that there's a large immigrant population in Somerville, do you think that Tufts should reform the way that they treat undocumented student applications and possibly follow in NYU's footsteps?
Yeah. I do think they should reform their program. I work in Somerville, and I work with a lot of immigrants and people who aren't from America, and I know that there are a lot of immigrants in the education system, especially here in Boston. So finding out that that they treat undocumented applications as international applications, I understand why they do that. That makes sense. However, I think that with the issue of financial aid not being able to get federal funds for the applications, that there should be some sort of adjustment for that.
I would say 100% yes. I definitely think that Tufts should do this. Biggest reason being that I think what happens is thinking about how education, generally speaking, is considered like something everyone needs to succeed and to reach social mobility. And what's happening is that these undocumented students or youth are already disadvantaged being undocumented, probably not having English as their first language, probably coming from poor, low-income backgrounds, and not giving them access to education further keeps them in those positions. And so what happens is, I don't necessarily agree with the idea of like total assimilation, but if we're talking about how immigrants should assimilate and they should do all these things, education is one way to do that. And if you're not allowing them to do that, particularly getting the advantages that come from coming to an institution like Tufts, then you're purposely keeping them down and you're purposely keeping them in a disadvantaged position. So I also think that if Tufts was really about getting diverse perspectives, that is one perspective that's completely absent from the Tufts campus as well. And that not only should we be thinking about how do we benefit as a university from having undocumented students on this campus, but really how are we as a university, as this nonprofit institution, keeping opportunities for people that could really use it.
I mean, it sounds like a good program, but obviously financial stuff is so difficult, and it's hard to say what you're taking money from and what. I mean, if they could get someone to fund that program, that it sounds like an excellent program. But at the same time, it's hard to just say, make hundreds of $1,000s a year out of the air.
I think so. I think that one of the really cool things about Tufts is that you have the opportunity to be in Somerville and to be in Medford. And it's really sad that the campus is not reflective of the surrounding communities that are just so diverse with people coming from all over. And I think that any steps that Tufts can take to make that a reality. I mean, Somerville High School is down the street, and how many kids do we get from Somerville every year? It's very minimal. I think it would be awesome to see Tufts take those steps because I think it'd be a move in the right direction.
I don't know that the situation in Somerville is directly correlative to the matriculating, body here at Tufts. I don't know what percentage of, I believe the percentage of students from the Boston area that matriculate to Tufts is very low.
Some of my best friends from high school are undocumented, and they weren't eligible for financial aid, and they're in incredible debt trying to go to universities that they and their friends have gone to. I think that's completely unfair, given the fact that they've often been raised in the U.S. their whole life, and shouldn't be prohibited from being able to go to a school that they have earned the right to go to and worked hard to go to. So I think that Tufts should definitely do whatever they can to try to make undocumented students receive the help they need to be able to attend this university.
Yeah, I feel like if the endowments allows, I feel the university should definitely take that action because, we're known for our diversity, and I mean, these students have very interesting background and stay in this country for their almost whole their life. If they're excellent enough, they should be considered, and they should, have the privilege to be considered as a citizen when they are applying for universities. And I feel it's fair for them, but I also understand that, for the university, they have different distribution of money. They want to make the best use of the money. So, I mean, I would definitely push for that, but I also understand if the university rejects this proposal because they may have some of their own considerations.
That sounds like a good idea to me, since something that I feel as though Tufts doesn't do the best job with economic diversity, even if it does maybe do a decent job with, ethnic diversity. Not that I'm necessarily the expert, but I think that program could really aid Tufts not only in improving economic diversity, but also ensuring that people from the local community have a chance to attend Tufts.
Now here's an announcement for young people and for their parents and friends. The Mayor's Summer Jobs Program is now accepting applications for summer 2015. Over 100 Somerville teens will be selected to participate in this annual job program, which places youth in city departments as well as with private business partners. Applications are now available at the Personnel Department in City Hall and will be accepted until 12:30 p.m. on Friday, April 24th. Eligible students must be Somerville residents, enrolled in high school, and at least 16 years of age. For more information, contact Director of Human Services, Nancy Bacci, at 617-625-6600, extension 2250, or nbacci at somervillema.gov. March is Women's History Month. On March 31st, the Somerville Commission for Women held a reception and shared some findings about women in Somerville. Reporter Yushao Yun was there.
The Women's Commission was founded by women working with their elected officials to create a space that educates the elected officials and the community about the concerns and opportunities that women and the women's families are needing.
Founded 26 years ago, the Commission recently conducted a Women Needs Survey and published an anti-violence report. At the reception, they shared some findings.
1 in 3 7th grade boys, 1 in 4 7th grade girls are victims of physical abuse. 1 in 4 7th grade boys, 1 in 5 7th grade girls have abused their dating partner within this last year. 1 in 3 adolescent girls, 9th through 12th grade, report physical or sexual violence by a dating partner. 3 out of 4 parents report talking to their child about healthy relationships. However, 74% of the sons and 66% of the daughters report no conversation with about abuse with their parent.
The Women Needs Survey defined some priorities such as safety and childcare. The commission also surveyed teenage girls.
And the results were similar in stating what girls were looking for in terms of programming. So feeling like equals and not being treated like children, to provide honest information about alcohol. They actually said that it would be nice to have peer-to-peer education, so hearing from other young adults about their experiences with alcohol in the past, some real-life stories, and to address some of the misconceptions about teen attitudes toward drinking. And also to promote athletic involvement for girls, and avoid mixed messages and double standards, females versus males. And lastly, to address bullying.
Several Somerville aldermen attended the meeting and expressed their interest in pushing the commission's work forward.
This evening was a very informative session. It was lots of information and data. It gave me a good idea of what the Women's Commission is involved in. It also gave me a great amount of information about women's issues in the city, because I'm going to walk away tonight with some things that I would like myself and my colleagues to work on to push the agenda of women in the city of Somerville.
Their presentation about the program and dealing with youth and, young girls especially being at a higher risk category than young men was, young boys was striking. I hadn't heard that. So I think that's, a very important area that they're going to be working on. And in a few months, we'll be doing the budget, so, seeing the hard work that the Women's Commission does, I don't think we'll be any, I kind of doubt there would be the mood then to cut their budget, for instance. So that's one way I think it's important to come to see what they do, so you know that the funding is well spent.
Tonight, the Women Commission shared lots of information on domestic violence, women needs, and teen issues in Somerville, and there are lots of other events coming up. We'll keep you posted from Somerville Neighborhood News. I'm Yu Xiaoyuan.
To learn more about the Commission's work and their surveys, go to its page on the city website, somerville.gov/departments/health/Somerville-commissions/women. Now let's hear what's in this week's Somerville Journal.
Hello, this week in the Somerville Journal, we'll have an in-depth look at the new zoning code, we'll be examining parking ticket season back in effect, and we'll have a profile of the man behind Somerville Speak Out. You can always get in touch on email at datkinson@wickedlocal.com or on Twitter @VilleJournal or by phone at 617-629-3385 and follow us online at wickedlocal.com/Somerville.
We end tonight at a concert, and it's not just any concert. It's an event that's becoming a highlight for Somerville seniors and for junior musicians alike. Justin Schreier and Erica Jones were there.
We're here at the Somerville Council on Aging for the All-City Middle School Band, where they're looking to bridge the gap between the older generation and the younger generation.
It's the all-city band coming together, and it's basically kids from all of the elementary schools in Somerville come together to play music together every Tuesday afternoon, and they usually give a concert twice a year, around Christmas time and then again in the spring. And this year I just asked the instructor, would you like to come and play for the older adults who maybe don't want to go out at night to a concert? And they were really excited, and we love to do things that have kids and older adults working together, playing together, listening together, so that's how that came about.
And we had a lot of the seniors telling us, they would love to have us here, so we gathered some youth, we came through, just to enjoy the show together.
My family loves hearing me play, and my grandparents love hearing me play, and I love being able to give back to the community that's given me so much.
I feel really happy because I can bring music to other people, and it makes me feel happy.
I enjoyed it all. It was great hearing the young kids do such a great job on all the instruments. And it sounded good. The whole thing in conglomeration sounded great.
Oh, they're wonderful. The way they're all different ages, they go to different schools, so they'll tell us a lot right there. I enjoy listening to them. I love band music. I love all kinds of music.
I just think the more opportunities you provide for kids and older adults to come together, the more they understand each other, the more respect there is across generations, and it builds community.
That's it for tonight. We'll be back on April 21st at 7 p.m. on Channel 3. In the meantime, you can watch and read our news stories at somervilleneighborhoodnews.org and check out our Facebook page, SCATV SNN. Share your favorite segments or tweet us at SCATV SNN. We welcome you to get involved with Somerville Neighborhood News, become a reporter, or just send in your ideas. Call us at 617-628-8826 or email us at news@scatvsomerville.org. I'm Laura Onyenaho. Thanks for joining us, and see you around the neighborhood.